Doctor, what are some of the early signs of cognitive function issues? I mean, you mentioned earlier we all forget where we put our keys. Those sort of things happen, but what are some of the warning signs to look for?
So there are two type of warning signs because the brain degenerate. Brain have a two piece of the almost like a two functional system. So one functional system is really focused, is primarily for the memory, like the memory function. So there's a part of the brain focused on the short-term memory and long-term memory. And then there's another system actually focus on working memory. It's really about this conversation. It's not about remember this conversation. It's about whether you can carry out this conversation. Suppose you ask me 3 questions. When you're getting old, you're going to say, what is the last question again? That happened to almost everyone. So that is a working memory problem. And that actually decline fairly early. And when you get to 60, and sometimes you probably forget where you're parking your car. And so the location, the spatial memory, which is really actually the one of the early signs of Alzheimer's disease and a memory problem, is actually when you go to a complex place, you cannot get out. So that's a sign of your memory is actually go down. Okay. Because the very complex environment itself require you to remember the reference point. It's like you go to a maze. Uh-huh. How do you get out of the maze? Mm-hmm.